What's good? You done clicked on the video, so I'm already knowing you with the vibes. As you come in, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. So today we going over a video, y'all. This it right here. Nobody looks human anymore, and it's getting scary. Let's get into it, see what it's talking about.
I got my third facelift.
Are you happy with the results?
I kind of am.
You look good.
I know I'm shallow, but I am. Take a good look at the face.
Come on.
She said take a good look at the face. That's not it.
That is not Demi Lovato. That Demi Lovato does not give me real person vibes.
Is it just me, or do other people get uncanny valley from people with a lot of plastic surgery? You don't look like a human being I see on the regular streets, and it's noticeable.
I am freaking out right now. I just saw a picture of Mandy Moore. Who is that?
If I would have went into a coma 5 years ago and woke up today, I wouldn't recognize 90% of Hollywood. What the hell is going on?
We've reached a strange point in beauty standards where the more perfect you look, the less beautiful you are. Why?
So before we get too deep into it, I gotta ask, what is the standard? Where is this beauty standard coming from? Like, who is the pedestal, or who is the ultimate, like, yes, this is the standard? Who is that? Y'all put it in the comments. I'm curious to know.
I'll take, but hear me out. Some of the most beautiful women in the world don't look like themselves anymore. They've become so snatched, so sculpted, so symmetrical, and now their faces all look perfect.
That's what y'all consider perfect? Like, where is they getting this from? It's like an alien or something that's making a standard. I don't understand it. It's not a good look in my eyes. I don't know, to y'all it may be appealing, but it's not appealing to me. It look crazy,
but not in a good way. So let's get this straight. I'm kind of nervous about this video because the last thing I want to do is speak down on a woman's face. That's brutal, but something about the new standard face doesn't sit right anymore. Literally. And there's young girls growing up all around the world thinking that this is right.
and it's not. Please, young girls, y'all be yourself. Y'all regular face is beautiful enough. And even if you ugly and you ugly, you know how you can make that beautiful without getting the cosmetic surgery and all that? A good attitude. Your personality will turn you from a 3 to at least a 6 on the ugly scale. That's why I put it at a 3. So if you're a 3 and you at least want to pick yourself up, have a good personality, and you'll get to a 6 at least.
We're going to talk about the almost pretty girl. The girl who has every feature that can make her beautiful according to beauty standards. But these features have literally cut out the warmth, the emotion, and that little bit of life that used to make someone beautiful. This video is going to be a whole lot of tough love, so if you cannot stand the heat, the oven is going to be on 450 degrees, so I'm sorry, you're going to have to get out the kitchen. Back then, beauty wasn't perfect, but that's exactly what made it perfect. Since celebrities have always been the blueprint for what beauty is supposed to look like, they're our main focus for today. And in the early 2000s to 2010s, not only could you see women with natural beauty, you could see faces that looked completely different from each other.
Before Instagram face, beauty used to be bold. Faces were striking and complex, and you could actually remember them. No one trying to blend in with one another, and no one looked the same. There used to be so much mystery and diversity to women. Faces were textured, asymmetrical, and expressive.
You could open magazines like InStyle, Essence, and Teen People and see girls and women
beautiful.
like Beyonce, Mandy Moore, Keke Palmer, Amanda.
That's beautiful, y'all. Like, look at this. Everybody look different. Like, I don't know, like, why. I guess it's just me, but standing out, being different from the in crowd is beautiful. Like, that's what makes you beautiful, being yourself. When you start to fall in this construction of trying to look like the same thing. Where's your uniqueness? Like, it's gone. It's out the window. When you look at these pictures here, everybody look different in their own way, and they all look beautiful in their own way. I don't know. That's what I miss.
And a bind. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat this and make it seem like the beauty standards back in the day couldn't be toxic. Thigh gaps and cheekbones were still glorified. Let's get that settled.
Danielle, you went to the dentist, but you refused to have your gap closed. Do you really think you can have a CoverGirl contract with the gap in your mouth?
Yeah, why not?
This is all people see. It's Easy Reads Beautiful CoverGirl. It's not marketable.
Yeah, just a little bit is okay, but I don't want to completely close it.
Well, I guess she just left the gap wide open for another girl, baby.
I agree.
Heroin chic is a style popularized in the early 1990s fashion and characterized by pale skin, dark circles underneath the eyes.
It's called heroin cheek. Heroin cheek. So, where y'all coin that term from? Is this really what I'm thinking? Like, y'all on heroin, so your cheeks, you start to lose weight, and your skin or the fat in your face starts to deplete, and you see like the bone structure like look like you're on heroin. So that's what is that how this is termed? This is where that come from, heroin cheek? Yeah, let me know in the comments, am I wrong?
Emaciated features, androgyny, and stringy hair, all traits associated with the abuse of heroin or other drugs.
Oh, they just said it. I got the confirmation. So y'all want to look like y'all on drugs. Okay.
1996 article in the LA Times stated that the fashion industry had a nihilistic vision of beauty that was reflective of drug addiction.
I'm just gonna say this, if the beauty standards back in the day weren't toxic, women wouldn't look like how they look today. Moral of the story, women used to look like themselves. And I know that kind of sounds like an oxymoron because of course women look like themselves. But when we take a look at today, it makes sense why I'm saying that. Over time, natural beauty started to feel...
That's crazy. Look, all of them look the same at the bottom. At the top, like, everybody look different and unique in their own way. At the bottom, what is that? Like...
outdated. Almost like it wasn't enough to just look like yourself.
Most of my life, I felt self-conscious because I didn't have as much chest as other grown-up women. So I went to the hospital and had what they call plastic surgery. But why? What was wrong with the way you were?
Exactly.
I just never felt good about myself the way I was.
As the beauty standard...
And you never feel good about yourself. If you're not satisfied with yourself, and I feel like you get caught in that world of, okay, let me fix this, you're not going to be satisfied with that either. It's just a point of never satisfied to, like, just get over yourself and be happy with who you are. Embrace that.
Started to get more aggressive, and it started to get more accessible in a way that made a lot of women feel like they had to have it, like they had to keep up.
Female celebrities are pretty much in an impossible position where they're required to look perfect and look youthful forever in order to have a career. But they can't look too overdone or they'll be plastic and they won't look effortless, and that will damage their career because they won't be able to emote and make the facial expressions that they need for acting. I mean, they're damned if they do, damned if they don't. It's no wonder that celebrities are going to seemingly any length to look young and flawless forever.
Once celebrity...
You can only do it for so long too, and that's the thing, like the side effect of it. That side effect is a mean wall to hit because there's no fixing it, and then they think they fixing it, and it's just getting more uglier and uglier.
And influencers started showing off these upgrades. People wanted those results.
I went to Kris Jenner's last guy because the new guy is $1 million.
For a facelift?
For a facelift.
$1 million for a facelift? You know what? That's another thing too. It's probably, what would you call that? It's a status. It's a social status. I think I'm using the right term, but You know, you see this lady with this constructed face, it's like a symbol to say that, oh, I got money. Yeah, I think that, I ain't gonna say yeah, I think, I'm telling you, that's part of it. That's part of it. The Mohs surgery, they got their eyes snatched, they got the cheekbones lifted, they got the nose flat, they got the lips thickened and slim and pulled back. Like, they got all these surgeries and it'll add up to I got $1 million face, how they walking around. Like, that's how they stunting.
And the ladies are lining up. These psycho are calling and using code words and passwords. And you've got to know the password to get Kris Jenner's guy for $1 million.
What? Most people have a shopping wish list. I have a surgery wish list. There are all the surgeries, treatments, etc. that I would get if money wasn't an issue.
I want this nose. I need this nose. I would pay to have this nose.
From the nose jobs to the lip fillers, the brow lifts, and yes, Ozempic has a lot to do with this also, but we'll get to that later. The new go-to look started to become more sculpted and almost exaggerated. And as it became that, it also became more tempting because now you didn't have to be born with it. You could just buy it. So that's when we started to see this
Damn. Who y'all taking, before or after? I'm taking before.
unsettling movement of women swapping out their natural beauty for something.
Who y'all taking before or after? See, and I'm not even into white girls and I'm still taking before.
Bit more manufactured.
I got my third facelift. They yanked my face. And I said, give me a good yank. I go, doctor, I don't want to see you in 6 months. Give me a good, get in there and just start pulling, just go yanking.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting because people aren't just talking about bad surgery. They're talking about the weird, uneasy feeling they get from just looking at it. Today, there are countless women.
The high cheekbone thing. Dang, what's that scary movie? The white face monster that got like the targets for a cheek. I'm not a scary movie person like that, but I know this scary. Saw. That's what it is. That's what they look like. Saw. All they need is the target on the cheeks, and they got it in a white face.
And with the exact facial features we were taught to want. The sharp jawline, the high cheekbones, the big pouty lips. But instead of looking stunning, something looks off.
People's faces are really starting to scare me.
Yeah.
Your lips don't need to look like they're trying to escape.
And I noticed Nicole Kidman having a weird mouth or something wrong with her face in Aquaman. I literally could not enjoy the movie when she was on screen because it was like something was going on. I don't know if it was like too much Botox because like her face didn't have like movement or anything, but this was terrifying.
And y'all, it's so hard to put it into words without sounding or coming off as rude. But let's be real, a lot of women nowadays, they don't look human. They don't look like a real person.
That what I said is like they model, they figure whatever they getting this image from is an alien. They not looking human.
They almost look like wax figures of themselves.
Women don't really look like human beings anymore. Hundreds of thousands of perfectly beautiful, healthy women, in trying to become even more beautiful, even more perfect, are literally disfiguring their faces with filler.
Hey, if you believe in aliens, this might be a look. You can use this as a what I'm looking like more evidence or more proof to your belief. Because what the alien might be doing is like trying to make y'all comfortable of seeing him or seeing her because they know their face not normal. So they putting this picture, this image out there that y'all gotta get used to. So that way y'all can't decipher from the alien and the human. Yeah.
Other face is getting a lot of plastic surgery work done, right? Whether it's actually reconstruction or you're just getting injections here, there, and everywhere. But these people do not look like human beings anymore. It's very uncanny valley.
Take Demi Lovato, for example. She was introduced to the media as a child star, appearing in movies and TV shows like Camp Rock, Barney and Friends, and Sunny with a Chance.
Hey, I'm Demi Lovato from Camp Rock. Hello? And you're watching Disney Channel.
And behind the scenes, she was struggling with something that not even a lot of adults can handle. From eating disorders to battles with addiction, Demi's journey hasn't been easy.
I don't know. A lot of those Disney characters, I don't know what it is with Disney characters, but they don't grow up with the right mental. And it's like we be looking at them on TV and thinking that they got it all figured out and they just got this amazing life, but behind the scenes, man, all them Disney characters be going through it. I don't know what Disney put them people through, but it's always something wrong with them in the long term.
So seeing her healthy and thriving today is amazing.
Once I relapsed, the floodgates were open. Within a couple of weeks, I called a dealer and I was like, do you have and he said no, but I have and I was like,
the 27-year-old went on to explain how she's come to be more accepting of her body.
Now when I look in the mirror and I start to have a negative thought, so what I say to myself is, nope, you're healthy and I accept you.
When someone's been through that much, it's not surprising they'd probably want to look like a completely new version of themselves. So as she's reintroduced herself to us today, people have
That don't look too bad, but you can still see the work done. And then it's an image too, so it's different. You know, certain images, it catch a good side. I think this just caught a good side, but probably once she started moving that face and realized certain things don't move in the right way, like her smile is just stuck like that, you start to realize, like, yeah, this ain't right.
Started to talk.
That is not Demi Lovato, and I don't care what anybody says. She went through a rough patch, and I'm all about healing. But that Demi Lovato does not give me real person vibes.
Something about her new look looks unfamiliar. Her face is a bit more uplifted, cheeks are a bit more hollowed, and her lips are a lot more pouty, almost to the point where it seems like she can't even close them.
She can't close her lips, y'all. It's stuck like that. That's what I mean. Like, she try to smile and it's like when she smile, she's smiling with her eyes, like, cause her lips stuck. So that's, let me get off these folks.
There's almost an uncanny,
Yeah, I like that. That look good to y'all. And it look like they messed up on one side of the cheek, like it's heavier on one side than the other. She should have snapped on her surgeon. They fucked up. They messed up her cheeks.
Emotional stiffness to her face.
When I was the preteen, the beauty standard was heroin chic. It was the very, very, very frail, thin looking people. The beauty standards were just so unrealistic. And so I wanted to be that role model for myself.
There seems to be a pattern here. We see celebrities,
all Disney characters,
and most of them being child stars like Selena Gomez, Ariana Grande, Miley Cyrus, women who had...
Damn, Molly looked like she on them drugs and everything with her makeover. That's the real drug that look like. Even her eye, like her eyes look like they did surgery to get her eyes sunk in. Golly, Molly, you should have just stayed the same, man. Golly.
A distinct, unique look to them growing up, now have this sculpted, ultra snatched look.
Who is that all the way to the, I don't know if I'm looking at the same left or right, but I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3. That third person, who is that? Golly.
Look, and they just look like a shell of their past self.
I keep seeing Miley Cyrus, and something about it is like really off. Like,
she look like Medusa. I think that's Medusa with the snakes coming out her head. Face just stuck, like she can't even smile. Damn, dog.
She just doesn't even look like a real person.
There was a selfie from the music video shoot, but then like when you watch the music video, she just looks so different.
I don't know, it's like off.
Selena Gomez's name has been coming up a lot, and I know it's a sensitive topic because a lot of people argue that her new look is tied to her lupus diagnosis. And while she's been incredibly open about her health, she's had a kidney transplant, she takes a lot of medication.
Alright, now that's sad, y'all. I ain't gonna wish nobody bad health. The only thing I can say about this is, on top of her having an illness as far as health-wise, I don't think the surgery is the cure. And it's like she using the surgery, all the makeovers as a cure when that's not the cure. I think all that should just be focused on your health. Get yourself right. Stop worrying about your look and how you presenting yourself, because then you stressing yourself out mentally and deteriorating your body mentally, because you're not satisfied with yourself and you think you're not giving off this image to the public. Like, forget all that at this point. Focus on your health. Just get right.
And she has weight fluctuations that comes with it.
I had arthritis. My kidneys were shutting down. My mentality was just to keep going.
But even with all of that in mind, people are noticing something else. Something that normally doesn't tie into health.
Why is she transforming into an elderly Chinese woman? 18 million views, 513,000 likes is crazy. People on social media have been talking about Selena Gomez's new look, saying that she does not look like the same person at all. She looks a little bit more gaunt. She looks a little bit older. It's true that she always has had a fuller face in the past, and she says that a lot of her appearance changes is due to her lupus. Meanwhile, others are totally convinced that she is just getting plastic surgery.
Her features look more sculpted.
Oh yeah, she do look like a little China girl.
Lifted and tighter in ways that feel like they go beyond what lupus alone could cause. And that's where the conversation gets a little uncomfortable, because no one wants to criticize how a woman is coping with her illness. But when the changes start to feel more cosmetic than medical, it opens the door for a lot of people to question what's going on. And wow, are they?
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Every time she come back on the screen, it's just so refreshing. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not big on makeup either, but I'll take the makeup over that surgery stuff. And every time her face come back on the screen, it's like normal again. It's like I can breathe. It's a fresh, how you say that, a breath of fresh air. Oh yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
Does having lupus make you Chinese? I don't think it does. I think this is a plastic surgery thing. I could be wrong. If you're a person with lupus and then, suddenly people start referring to you as Shang Mei, hit me up. I want to know your story.
Comments like, she looks so fake, she's in her Area 51 era, Selena Gomez is hard to look at, are popping up in comment sections everywhere. And y'all, as cruel as these comments are and extremely unnecessary, we can't deny why there's a reaction to celebrities' new faces, because it's for a reason.
So recently Jenna was in Paris for the premiere of Wednesday season 2. Here's a before and after, and she looked.
Whoa. Bruh, that's an alien, bruh. That is not a human, bruh. That's an alien. I'm telling you, dawg. Like, they trying to make y'all get used to it, bruh. They walking amongst us.
Looks very different, but people are not happy with this difference, and because of it, she's receiving thousands of nasty hate comments. People saying that she looks malnourished, people are accusing her of being on snow, and overall, just saying a lot of very mean things.
Frankenstein.
Y'all remember earlier when we talked about how back in the day, beauty and being pretty wasn't perfect? Well, fast forward to today, beauty...
Oh, look at this. I just thought about looking at this picture in the middle. The down filters, dog. Like, I hate those filters with a passion. Y'all got so used to looking into them filters and constructing y'all face to when then y'all see y'all normal face, y'all not satisfied. Y'all feel like the filter face is what y'all supposed to look like. And if I can achieve some type of surgery or anything to get that look, oh, y'all run into it. That filter face, it creates insecurities, like,
is perfect. You basically have to look perfect to be considered pretty.
yeah, y'all looking at that filter face and then thinking y'all gotta convert over to that face, like y'all considering that pretty and perfect. No, y'all regular face is what it is.
Especially with comments like these and the comments I just read. That only adds to the pressure of having to be perfect.
For a few years, I have felt this constant pressure to be the prettiest in every space I walk into. And I think it's really hitting me today because I'm noticing that constant stress I add to myself is weighing on me mentally and physically. I feel crazy because I'm like, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel like I have to be the prettiest everywhere I go?
And for a lot of women, that pressure turns into procedures. If we take all the Botox, the fillers, the surgery, the Ozempic, we get a woman that looks like a prettier version of herself, but not entirely. That's because the version was pushed too far. And instead of looking natural, she looks man-made.
When I see a celebrity like this, first I get uncanny valley unease, but also, and I feel bad about this, so just know I feel bad already. I don't find them pretty anymore, and not because their new features aren't pretty, because someone could have these features naturally and be gorgeous. There's something Frankenstein about all these celebrities having these cut and paste parts to the point where they're not even themselves.
Oh, she done. She cooked. And look, y'all, this is the sad thing about it. Like, your regular face, your relaxed face should be like, okay, that's you. We know who that is. That's normal. That's a beautiful face. My bad. Camera went out. Back on. Y'all, she cooked. She can't even relax her face. It's like her face controlling her face. What a surgery controlling her face. But y'all know what I'm trying to... But she just messed up, y'all. She could.
Anymore. Actually reminds me of The End of Death Becomes Her. They've just replaced their parts so many times and they're so botched. It's like good from far, but far from good. And beyond this making you look kind of like a wax museum version of yourself, it also takes away from whatever made you you in the first place, okay? So here's Zoe Kravitz, here's Shania Twain, Kate Beckinsale, here's Demi Moore. Wait, my favorite one's coming. Here's Lea Michele, and here's Demi Lovato again. This one's more subtle, but here's Dakota Johnson. And for the record, she used to look like this. First of all, everybody said, give me this jawline. The lips of a fish, hollowed out cheeks. Everybody has the same eyebrows. And all of this combined with Ozempic just makes everybody look like this creepy, almost pretty version of themselves, but it's just not pretty because it's missing a crucial ingredient to beauty, which I think might be authenticity.
One crucial shift in society to blame for this, and I was gonna call it a hot take, but it's not a hot take. It makes a lot of sense.
The AI filter, I just said that. The AI filter effect.
And that is the rise of AI beauty. I'm talking about the filters that warp what a beautiful face is supposed to look like entirely. These filters don't just smooth the skin and
the eyes and everything, like that's not your eyes.
Remove pores. They literally rebuild you.
If you don't look drop dead gorgeous with this filter,
catfish,
there is no hope for you.
They lift your cheekbones. They pinch your nose smaller. They make your lip.
Oh, that's her before and after. And look how she looking at it and like, oh, like amazed. Like, dang, this is what I can look like.
It's bigger. And they give everyone that same
all they look the same. All of them look the same. That's crazy. Just different color eyes.
Symmetrical face. And the worst part is, we accepted that as beautiful. We got so used to seeing these faces so often, these warped faces. They started to look normal. And they started to become our beauty standard.
AI is about to change the way that we assess beauty, sort of like how plastic surgery did. And the very first thing that I thought of was this one creator. I'm gonna show you. I'm not even gonna really talk about her or her videos, just the imagery that she uses in it, and all of them are all AI generated. I don't know what her prompt is, but I imagine it's literally just like model or pretty model, and this is what it spits out. But the images that her AI spits out, they're all kind of weird. Because while there are women out there who do kind of look like this, it's interesting to think that her AI, when prompted to develop a pretty woman or a model woman, it thinks that all of them look like this. I imagine as a woman or even like a young teenage girl seeing images like that are only going to get more and more common on the internet, like that's got to like mess with your brain and what you think that you should look like. I just don't like it.
Now, I want to show y'all a real example of this. Stick with me. There's a rise of women who are using a silly filter. Filters that most people would say are ugly. But these women use these filters so much, they actually started to love how they look with them.
That bit got a reverse effect. So that's what we need. The only thing that need to be in the Snapchat filters and all the stuff is ugly filters. So that way when you see your regular face, you comfortable, you happy. Like, at least I ain't that ugly, you get what I'm saying? But them made up faces of what y'all standards is a beautiful is, yeah, that gotta go. Hold up, y'all, I gotta fix the video. I done skipped somewhere. Where we was. Oh yeah, we right here with the ugly faces. Let's get to it.
Silly filter. Filters that most people would say are ugly. But these women use these filters so much, they actually started to love how they look with them. They actually started to see themselves as beautiful with this filter. So think about it. The more you look at a filter or a surgically altered face, at first, it probably looks weird. But the more you look at it, the more you think it looks okay.
This distortion of reality aligns with the cultivation theory, which suggests that long-term exposure to media content shapes viewers' perception of reality, which is like, and in the context of beauty standards, repeated exposure to idealized celebrity images can gradually alter our understanding of what's normal or attainable in terms of our appearances.
I feel like a lot of these women, especially the celebrities, they look more expensive.
She just said it. They look more expensive than their regular face. It's just a status. It's a status symbol. I think I'm using the right word. It's another word that I can't think of right now, but that's all it is, just to show, yeah, I got money.
And expressive. That's the best way I can word it. It's almost like once you get to a certain stature, once you have enough money, you have to have this ultra snatched, sculpted look. Because maybe if you don't, people start saying that you look old or tired or like you let yourself go.
None of these women would be getting a call back if Clueless was being remade today. And
what? And like I said, I'm not attracted to white girls like that, but they beautiful, bruh. Like, you can't tell me they don't look good compared to this social constructed face we looking at today.
That's because the beauty standard in Hollywood has changed so much since 1995.
Who changed it?
Arguably some of the most beautiful women in the world would not have a chance today. Her face is too expressive, her face is too plain, and Stacey Dash, well, she would need to do what she does now, which is lighten up.
I think our standard of beauty is starting to shift to accept more AI filtered and uncanny looks. And a lot of women are thinking that that's beautiful.
It's not.
But beauty is not supposed to be predictable. You don't have to change yourself to be what you think beauty looks like, because then it'll make you look like an unnatural shell of yourself. Just be yourself.
Be yourself.
That's it. You're enough. Thank you for tuning into the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed.
If you made it this far in the video and you're not subscribed yet, why not? Hit that subscribe button, man. And if you are subscribed, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Y'all hit that like button. Also, get in the comment section. Y'all leave y'all comments. I'm curious to know y'all thoughts as well. And tell a friend, family member that this is where you can come get their daily dose of the vibes. I found this video kind of intriguing, so I just figured to do a reaction. I hope y'all enjoyed it as well. And until next time, I'll holla.